Players to start the All-Star game in Seattle, but there will be a Red potentially to close it out. Today, the All-Star rosters were announced, and Reds closer Alexis Diaz is an All-Star for the first time in his career. He's only blown one save this season, tied for second with most saves in Major League Baseball. As for the game today, trying to win the series against the Padres in the rubber match, Andrew Abbott on the mound. They trying to keep his hot streak going. Bottom four, fellow rookie Spencer Steer helps out the pitcher. A two-run shot, 2-0 Reds. Top six now, Matt McLain with the insane glove toss. India, it all is beautiful. Look at this. Bet you couldn't do that 10 times. Doesn't matter, they did it once. Amazing glove there from the rookie. Now Abbott was really good in this one. 12 strikeouts, gets Jake Cronenworth there to end the inning in the seventh. Top eight now, the bullpen is in, is Lucas Sims. And Fernando Tatis Jr. sends this one to the second deck in left. That ties it up at 2. And the Rally Reds have to do it again. And this time in the bottom half of the frame, it's Tyler Stevenson. Just muscles this one down the line and right for a 2-run home run. That would be the ball game, folks. The Reds get the win 4-3. And Andrew Abbott, the sixth start, perhaps his finest. Season high in innings pitched, 7 2/3, only one earned run. 12 strikeouts. That's a career high in Major League Baseball. Most importantly, the Reds undefeated 6-0 when Abbott starts a game.
Winning is very, very important. I think it's just better to kind of realize that they're playing well behind me. I think that's kind of the thing. Matt's play today, TJ's catching the outfield, Fraley's catch down the right field line. Like, all of those help me go deep in the games. They help me be successful on the mound. So I think the 6 wins is more of like a team thing than just like myself. I think it takes all of us to win a ball game, and I think that's kind of what speaks true.
It's another series win for the Reds. Time to take a deeper look to who's hot and who we should be talking about in this week's Around the Bases. And we're starting out with one of the stellar rookies. Easily could have been Matt McLain. He's reached base over 20 straight games. We're going with Spencer Steer tonight because he's been on a tear, and I feel like we're not talking a whole lot about him. I get McLain, I get De La Cruz, I get Abbott. They're the stars, they're shining, but you got to remember, Steer started the season with the club, and he's hitting .283 his rookie year. Against the Padres, 2 home runs, one of them his first walk-off of his Major League career, and in doing so now, he has tied the team lead for most RBIs with Jake Fraley. 50 before the All-Star break with 14 home runs. On pace for a 30 home run, 100 RBI season in his rookie year. And most impressively, he's doing it as a Swiss Army knife that put him all over the field. Outfield, third base, first base, it doesn't matter. He continues to produce. So from a guy who's trending up and might have a very bright career ahead of him to a guy who's had a bright career, but boy, is he struggling right now. It's Joey Votto. Now, Joey said in the Atlanta series it was the most fun he's had playing baseball. That very well may be true, but Votto at the dish, it's not going so well. First 6 games coming off the injured list, Votto 6 hits, 3 of them home runs. In the last 6 games, he's 0 for 18. He does get on base, he does get walks, but his batting average is down to 143. Not to say there isn't a place for Votto on this team. They need a veteran presence with all these rookies, but a guy that might be, a DH and not an everyday player, that very well could be what Votto ends up being for the rest of this season. So Joey Votto trending down, and finally, 2-3 guys trending up, and much needed for these Reds. They needed some starting pitchers to do well because this starting pitching has been injured. They've been slumping. It's been a slew of call-ups, send-downs. The bullpen's been pitching astronomical innings. This weekend against the Padres, it's a welcome sight. All 3 starting pitchers, Graham Ashcraft, Brandon Williamson, and Andrew Abbott, not only pitched well, but they pitched deep into games, giving the bullpen a much-needed break. The 3 combined, 19 1/3 innings, giving up just 10 hits and 4 earned runs while striking out 24 batters. Look, Lodolo and Green are going to be the top-tier guys when they come back, but they're not coming back for at least another month. This brings much-needed stability to that starting rotation. And that was the last home series until after the All-Star break for the Reds. They'll start a 4-game series with the Nationals tomorrow. Weaver, TBD, Ashcraft, and Williamson on the hill for the Reds. After that, 3 big ones in Milwaukee.